Weather's a changin', and the threat for severe thunderstorms returns to parts of Texas today. Next week, looking cooler and wet. Let's talk about it on this Friday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is the 8th of September, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Bully-in-Chief David Reimer. A wet couple of days starting to set up across the state of Texas, but next week itself is looking pretty wet across several regions. After the Summer of Hell 2023 edition, it looks like we are finally beginning our transition into a more fall-like El Nino pattern, which means plenty of rain chances, cooler temperatures, and we'll just have to see what Mother Nature decides to throw in there. Otherwise, let's talk about the fire weather conditions over the next few days. We're still going to be dealing with this until we get a pretty good soaking down across the state. But for today, extreme fire danger across the Concho Valley, the Hill Country, with very high fire danger across North and Central Texas, the Brazos Valley, the Piney Woods of East Texas, and Northwest Texas, the remainder of the state, and moderate to very high fire danger conditions. Same thing generally goes for Saturday and Sunday, but I'm hopeful that beginning Monday of next week, we're going to start seeing a lot more green pop up on that map, signifying low fire danger potential as we start to see increased precipitation chances. Now, as we deal with today, the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted the possibility of scattered severe thunderstorms across portions of Texoma, North Texas, Northeast Texas, the Ark-La-Tex, East Texas, the Piney Woods, the Golden Triangle, portions of the eastern Brazos Valley, and Southeast Texas. This does include places like Wichita Falls, the DFW Metroplex, Sherman over to Paris, Texarkana, Tyler, Lufkin, Bryan, College Station, Waco, Houston, Galveston, Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Jasper. The main severe weather threat is going to be once storms get going by the mid-afternoon hours across southeast Oklahoma and northeast Texas. Those storms are generally going to progress to the south-southeast this evening into East Texas. We may see a second round of storms fire up across southern Oklahoma that could move into Texoma, North Texas, and northeast Texas late this evening. So two potential clusters of thunderstorms. Each could be moving south-southeast with the potential for hail up to the size of golf balls. Not expected to be the biggest threat. The biggest threat today is going to be damaging straight line winds of 60 to 75 miles an hour. Really not concerned about tornadoes today. I'd say the threat is non-zero, but pretty much zero. Never say it's completely zero, though, because then Mother Nature is going to pull something out of her hat. All right, in terms of timing, etc., here's the high-res rapid refresh model for this afternoon, tonight, into Saturday morning. You can see two rounds of storms, one generally across East Texas, the second southern Oklahoma that moves into northeast Texas and North Texas overnight. You can see storms actually may continue into Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon along and east of Interstate 45. Eventually, tomorrow morning, you can see storms may try to progress more to the south-southwest. That's in response to increased low-level instability and just those storms kind of feeding on that and being drawn towards it. But again, the potential for some of these storms to be severe with damaging straight line winds, pocket change size hail, maybe up to the size of golf balls at times, and heavy rainfall. We need the rain. All right. Now, what about next week? Here is the global forecast system model through the end of, well, the period, but you know what would help if I actually switched it? Here we go. Here's the global forecast system, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm just showing you this not necessarily so you can pinpoint who's going to get rain when, but just to show that we're going to have a lot of rain chances over the next several days across generally the northern half to northern two-thirds of Texas, especially as we progress towards Tuesday and Wednesday. So again, we'll nitpick the timing on that. For your local rain forecast information, I recommend you download the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. You can get those rain chances, temperature forecast down to your neighborhood there on the Texas Storm Chasers mobile app, plus the interactive weather radar, storm chasing videos, etc. We actually get to use the radar again. I'm so excited. But again, this is what we want to see. We need the rain, and with the rain will come cooler temperatures. Over the next 5 days, here's the latest forecast rain totals from the Weather Prediction Center. This runs from this afternoon through Wednesday morning, with more rain expected on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll keep adding to these. Now a widespread corridor of 1 to perhaps 3 inches of rain across the northeastern Texas panhandle through southern, western, and central Oklahoma, down through Texoma, North Texas. The potential for 1 to 3 inches of rain by Wednesday morning. The potential for 1/2 inch of rain or more across the remainder of the Panhandle, West Texas, the Big Country, the Concho Valley, into the Hill Country, east towards the Brazos Valley, the Ark-La-Tex, East Texas, Southeast Texas, and the Golden Triangle. And you can see here, generally the best chance of rain is going to be north of Interstate 10, minus the Victoria Crossroads. But again, I'm hopeful we can shift this a bit further south as we get through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. For what it's worth, the weather model data is indicating a fairly wet pattern continuing through the end of next week. It looks like we may finally be acting like more of an El Nino here, where we actually get these storm systems every couple of days that help bring rain chances. Of course, with that, we'll also have to keep an eye out for any sort of more organized thunderstorm mischief. And honestly, by the end of next week, we might have to keep an eye out for some localized flooding. We'll have to wait and see. High temperatures today. Hopefully the last day we see something like this. High of 110 in Graham, 108 in the Metroplex, 109 in Wichita Falls, 108 in Austin, 105 in San Antonio, Houston, 103 in Corpus Christi, 104 in McAllen, about 103 in El Paso, 105 in Midland, 96 in Amarillo, 103 in Lubbock. Here's tomorrow. You can see we start to change things up a bit. We get rid of those upper 100s, 105 to 110s at least. We start cooling it down. 90s in the Panhandle, 90s in the Ark-La-Tex and East Texas with increased humidity. We still have 100 to 105 from DFW down to Austin, San Antonio, into the Rio Grande Plains. But here's Sunday. Let's not skip ahead. Come on now, David. 92 in Amarillo, upper 90s in the Metroplex and Texoma, 88 in Texarkana, 102 in Austin, 101 in San Antonio, 95 in Houston. How about this? Now we're seeing some good changes. 82 on Monday and Amarillo, 92 in Dallas, 100 in Austin, 98 in San Antonio, 96 in Houston. How about Tuesday? Can you tell when the rain chances pick up? 74 for a high temperature in Amarillo, 76 in Lubbock, 84 in Dallas, 79 in Sherman, 78 in Texarkana, 84 in Abilene, 87 in Midland, Odessa, 88 in Waco, 96 in Austin, 97 in San Antonio, 95 in Houston and Beaumont, 99 in Corpus Christi, 101 in McAllen, lower 90s for the borderland and far west Texas. And again, hopefully we can keep dragging these temperatures down as we continue into the second half of next week, especially as we see precipitation chances continue increasing further to the south. So that is it for your Texas Weather Roundup on this Friday. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy in Chief. Y'all have a good one. God bless.